Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. We are of course joined in Dogwitch with my dog in real life. She's sitting on my lap. It's pretty cold outside, so we didn't do much running around outside. No, we didn't. But she got plenty of treats afterwards. And she's had a sleepy day so far. She's an old doggy. She gets sleepy a lot, so she woke up from her shift at the sleeping factory to pull in another shift at the sleeping on the cushion factory. And now she's relaxing post job at the sleeping dream factory. Yes, you are. So anyways, it's time for the gummy hat. Bark, bark. And don't worry, I am right-clicking to pet the dog in real life right now. As a reminder, we started the Mystery of the Druids series. Not Mystery of the Druids, we already did that. We started which, by the way, Mystery of the Druids with Plunger Head, one of the best series I think I've ever recorded. I mean, I kind of hate this, but like, this is pretty stock standard. We're not really going to be able to stun him on the next one, so little Ghouly's going to die, but... Listen, we're going to take 1 damage. We're going to take 1 damage either way, so it's like, if we can't put up enough block to maintain our health, you know, you have to kind of think about this in a weird way when you're playing with Gummy Hat. Any sort of healing we can get would be fantastic. Clay Bat is like run winning almost. I mean, Unicorn Horn is like triple S tier wand item, right? For sure. 100%, 100%. But, let's see what we got here. Got a little bit of beasties. We got a little bit of ghoulies. We got a little bit of shenaniganry. Now, the thing about this, right, is that, again, it doesn't... we're gonna start poking them, because that's exactly what I want to see, and we'll go with 2 ghoulies, because I want to start scaling one of the ghoulies, and I think it's like a 50-50 thing, if one of the ghoulies survives, so go ahead and roll me. I know, like, buff, you know what, let's buff the 1 once. Let's buff the 1 thrice. No point in ever using this. No point in ever using this. Listen, there's literally no point, but I have nothing else. I have no other options. We take 1 damage either way, or we take no damage. Because we need to put this guy in the stunning, like, we need to put this guy in the ground. We need to shove some dirt in this guy's eye, honestly, right? We need to kill him. And he's dead, because we have moderately sized ghoulie, as some of you might be aware. We have moderately sized ghoulie. We also have a fully charged Unicorn Horn. And I mean, the Unicorn Horn is busted because it's free rerolls at the cost of 1 dice, which is, like, absolutely nuts. Now, we have to kind of decide where we want to go with this run, because power buff's pretty strong. But Unicorn Horn allows us to enable some more risky strategies with, like, books and bones and stuff. So, you know, if we wanted to, like, go book or bone and not really worry, we could just take Blood Imps, and Blood Imps is very strong and good, because we can kind of just, like, face tank so many things as long as the Blood Imps keep dying. But then again, like, Blood Imps, it's like anything that we get in the tier of, like, buffing friends doesn't really matter. But I feel like we can play Blood Imps. I feel like we can play Blood Imps. I do really like summon builds. I usually like summon builds in games that let me summon things. You know, when I played Grim Dawn, I was a, what is it, like a... I don't remember, was it like a shaman? No. What was I? I had like a lot of summon guys. I was like a shaman necromancer, I think, whatever the heck that is. All right, so we're just gonna get this started here. I think this is perfectly reasonable. We can start ramping up on the damage. And I mean, these guys are ramping up too. They're not gonna wait for me, so. There's no reason to use a Blood Imp right now. I'm gonna throw up a bone. We could kill you, but we could also try to reach lethal for, like, one of these guys, or we could start, like, working on a stun. I think this is reasonable, I think. We don't take any damage. These guys are really nasty because, like, it doesn't matter how much damage they're doing, they're just hitting us multiple times, so it's a little stressful. But, you're gonna be more of a problem. I mean, we can just stun you, I guess. You're both gonna go down here, so we have, like, a turn to chill. But I think what I want to do is I want to put some freaking dirt in your eye. And I mean, you know what? If this guy does 2 damage, then he's contributing to the cause. Or we could just get 4. We could just get unlimited unicorn horn works. Now, the corruption to unicorn horn makes it even more busted. Like, it makes it even more ridiculously busted. Gem necklace is like mana and HP from a gremlin. I was gonna say a gremlin dying. A blood imp dying. So I think it's just, like, absolutely beautiful. And the thing is, like, don't knock 1 damage a turn on a random target. Like, I know that in, like, every other game ever that would be, like, miserable. But, like, don't knock that, you know? It's actually, like, quite nice. Okay, so we're gonna block 1 here, and then we're just gonna, like, try to kill as many of them as possible. Perfect. All right, wonderful. I would have liked to get a gremlin. A gremlin. I would have liked to get a blood imp. Listen, there's a reason why I'm saying gremlin when I'm looking at a bat, okay? There's a reason why I'm saying gremlin when I'm looking at a bat, okay? This is, like, really, really hard. I don't really know what to do here. Because this is, like, you know, this is, like, crazy, and we don't really have, like, a good, yeah, we don't really have, like, a good... I gotta do it like this. I really want an imp, dude. I really want an imp. I really want an imp? Okay, we're not dead if I do this. Like, it doesn't matter which one I kill, because their scaling doesn't matter. But I would rather get an imp. But, like, if we get, like, wand charge, it's useless. If we get a bone, it doesn't really do anything. Actually, it does. What is useless if we roll it? Book? Just book. Book is the only useless thing. Now, if we roll a book, do we die? Yes, correct, because we're taking, you know, we're taking 5 damage. Well, actually, that's not true. Hold on. No, we're taking 3 damage. So let's get risky. Oh my god. Okay, sure. I should have killed the little guy. But this is what the imps are for. This is what the imps are for, okay? This is what the imps are for. Look at this. This is what the imps are for. Doesn't matter which one of you it is, really. Now I want a book. But I don't get one. We want the imps to die. And they probably will. I don't think that I have to... We just want... We want the imps to die. We cannot book charge this turn, unfortunately. It actually doesn't really matter, the order that I kill these guys in, because, like... I mean, I guess they might hit, like, my shield, and that would be kind of scary, but normally I kill the front 2 first because they can, like, snipe whatever minions I have, because my minions will have, like, 2 or 3 HP, and then this guy will, like, you know, hit one person multiple times, so that's not really relevant here. So we're gonna live. Like, it would be very, very insane. No, we're gonna live. We're 100% going to live. We're gonna live. Don't even sweat it. Don't even worry about it. Perfect. All right, wonderful. Perfect. All right, stabilized. As far as I'm concerned, stabilized. So this is the part where we're gonna get a little bit quirky with it. We're gonna spend not using mana this turn. Absolutely not. It's good damage, but I'm not doing it right now. We need to use mana on this turn to kill these guys, and then we can, like, start unicorn horning it up. I will go ahead and throw out this defense, and I will go ahead and do this. You can breach my defenses. Maybe I just take the, yeah, I just take this. Like, you know, we could hope for that happening, obviously, but this is it. This is the turn where we go freaking crazy with it. Or not, maybe, I don't know. Maybe this is just a safety turn. Or maybe it's a turn where we go freaking crazy with it, because 4 damage is nuts in this game, dude. 4 damage is insane. Like, I don't know if you, like, I don't know. Wait, hold on. Oh, crap. This is the non-corrupted unicorn horn misplay time. All right, we gamble. Perfect. Wonderful. Beautiful. Excellent. Absolute cinema. Okay, I think you have to go Unicorn Horn. Blood Imps upgraded is really nice because it's like, this is, you're guaranteed to heal 2 or you're guaranteed to heal 1, but I think Unicorn Horn upgraded is just like literally like the most overpowered thing in the game almost. Like I think it might genuinely be one of the best wands. It just needs you to have something to enable it. Now the only bad part about upgrading, about corrupting the Unicorn Horn, is that how it works previously is when you use it, you reroll your remaining dice. However, that gets taken away here. So if a wand is rolled is technically incorrect, right? Because if you roll a wand and then use it and then bark, it does nothing. You have to have a unicorn horn and then bark. So we've actually kind of screwed ourselves a little bit. I don't want to take damage here, but we might. So let's just set up a... No, actually, I would rather just... Okay, what if we did this? And then this is just how we're going to take this turn. This is how we're going to... Actually, do I want to do 2 damage here? Or do I roll for a book or another imp? I'm going to do that, actually. Perfect. We get fully charged. We can pretty reliably... you're going to do poison this turn, though, right? Which is kind of... Oh, no, you're doing all damage. Okay, okay. I want 1 wand, please. I didn't get a single wand, brother! I don't even need to play a mana, because guess what's about to happen? Okay, so this is gonna be very bad, because I obviously, Actually, is it gonna be bad? God damn, that's kind of like fucking OP. And that's the benefit of corrupting it, right? Is that you can actually use them, like if you've got a good hand. I don't need to... I can just... I mean, I would literally just be barking for more unicorn horns, so I'd want like 2 of them. But if I get like nothing... Actually, I could get mana, which also does 4 damage, but it gives me like slightly more value. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. So we need a good book. We need a book of some kind. So watch this. We can't reroll. But if we, I'm just gonna, like, if we barked now, it would reroll the dice. Like, see, I took a risk to demonstrate how it works, and we're not gonna hit lethal because we can't upgrade the blood imps. If you could upgrade the blood imps, like, it would be kind of sick, honestly. Like, imagine upgrading the blood imps and just being able to, like, raise their attack by, like, 1. That would kind of make them OP, wouldn't it? Like, they do 2 damage instead of 1 damage. I mean, I think this is how you do it, right? I mean, either that or Strange Bone, but we can't guarantee the corruption on it. Because we'll have, like, I wish you could check, like, the stage that you were on. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I don't know if you can. But, like, this was our first combat, so we have 2 more combats to go. So it'll be like +2 things, and then necklace, and then blood imps. So it'll be like a, you know, we'll have 4 upgraded things, and then the Strange Bone. So it's like a 1 in 5 to get this upgraded. And if it doesn't go, if it doesn't pop up, like this is the enabler, right? This is the enabler for Strange Bone. Especially if you paired it with, like, the bone necklace, because you can reroll infinitely with the unicorn horns, so getting 1 less reroll doesn't really matter. Or even corrupting it, where if you don't have friends, you reroll it for free. I think it's fun, but we've actually already done a semi-successful Strange Bone run on the video, so we're gonna go with Smite. I think Smite's a little bit more boring. I shouldn't say a little bit more boring, but it's definitely a, it's zany. Like, it's a fun one. So this is something where it's just like, you kind of hate everything about this guy. I'm gonna be honest with you. You kind of just, like, hate everything about this guy, and you just kind of have to, like, accept that you're gonna go to hell here. Next turn is when we actually do something crazy that a imp lived there. And then this is obviously where the, I'm not gonna roll for a bone. I'm not gonna roll for a bone, actually. If he slaps me when he's hitting 1 person, then that's fine. Like, I feel like we're doing okay here. This is where we would actually want to, you know, doggy roll for defense, which I think we will. Just because, like, I don't want to, I would like to only take 1 or 2 damage this turn. Maybe that's not on the cards. Do I want to spend 2 mana to do 4 damage? Yes, because the imps are gonna die. Like, probably. That's not the order that I would have preferred it in. Sure. And then we kill him. It's actually pretty beautiful, isn't it? God damn. Like, I'm trying to play very particularly because we have, Bag of Tricks is very interesting. Silver Ring is also really good because it means we can kind of throw caution to the wind on the first turn exactly. But I'm kind of down with Bag of Tricks because it's pretty powerful, and we're gonna be able to spam it a lot because of the imps. So we don't really have to worry about like stocking up mana for value. Now this is the floor that we die on. This enemy is like the scariest entity ever created. I don't really care. Maybe the silver necklace giving me bones when I use bones would have been nice. But yeah, this is terrifying. I don't even know if we have like the time to scale up properly. I mean, 4 damage is not anything to like, you know. 4 damage is pretty good, and it gets us some nice tempo. It's a risk doing this, but I kind of like that. We can really easily kill you next turn. But like, if you're the one person not doing a fucking focus attack, it's like, it's a little bit more complicated. This is so risky, because like, we're not on lethal, but like, we're kind of like afraid for our lives. I mean, it's just kind of like a waste, but there's like no reason not to. Very unlucky. So we're gonna take at least 1 damage, we could take 3. I'm alright with this. Bag of Tricks time. We are not on lethal, and I'm kind of playing a little fast and loose because of the imps. I don't know why that's the way that I wanted to do this. Like, we're gonna take 2 damage guaranteed, maybe 3. But, you know, every time an imp dies, maybe we need to corrupt those, because they're living for so freaking long. This is potentially lethal, so I would like to throw up something. We're no longer on lethal, and if you know, they don't hit a 33% chance, I get healing. So, I think this is, like, the least comfortable I've played it. But, like, we also just, like, kill you here, right? Oh, no, that was, Haven't rolled a bone in a while, by the way. 2 damage on the imps because of the random power buff, bro. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking that our smite was gonna do 8 damage because I thought we used it once already. If you didn't re-roll your dice, I wonder if this works with, like, if this works with a unicorn. Because, like, this isn't pressing the re-roll button. So I wonder if it has synergy like that. I mean, it's really just like, what bracelet would I want? I mean, I guess I can check. Like, what bracelet would I actually want? Probably Azurite bracelet is, like, the only thing I can really think of. Devil's bracelet, absolutely fucking not. Life bracelet would be kind of fun to corrupt, but... You know what? I want to see. I want to see if unicorn re-rolling counts as re-rolling your dice. Like, in the game code-wise. Like, this is kind of like World of Horror testing right now, where I'm like, okay, you know, is the game broken enough to allow this to be a combo? Is the game... Okay, this is where we die. This is, like, tragic. Now, we can at least do something... I want imps. I want imps. I do not want, This is not what I like at all, and we don't have any, like... We can pretty easily... Well, I shouldn't say easily, because bones are, like, really crazy, but, like... Okay, so this is technically lethal. I would like to re-roll, but I'm gonna do it like this. So we're off lethal now. Very nice. I'm not going to play the mana because I would rather get a... This is gambling. But, like, as long as Bozo shoots the imp. Perfect. That is literally the best RNG, the way that could have gone. So I want to start building up my smite. These rabbits have got to go, man. They are terrifying entities. I would rather roll for an imp, I think. Or like a mana crystal. Or, well, an imp is the same thing. I can bark. This is actually perfect. Because this will do 8 damage. Now, Bozo's scaling does not actually matter. Please keep that in mind. It only matters for the purposes of us blocking. So I think, unfortunately, like, the bone doesn't do anything here for us because he does 1 damage and then we take 1 damage from the bunny. If we killed the bunny in the back first, it would be like block and then take 1 damage. So I guess that's like, that's a diff right there. What would I roll for here? What would be the point? This. Okay, we're gonna be able to stun Sheriff Bozo in a bit, so don't worry about it too much. Alright, that's a little bit sad, because I would have liked to use Bag of Tricks. Now this is where it gets, like, terrifying. Okay, I'm much happier right now than I've ever been. Even though this turn kind of sucked, if the 2 imps die, like, it's beautiful. If 1 imp dies, it's fine. I mean, I think we just go gambling, right? Because at worst, we take 1 damage. I mean, we could farm for more spells. But I'll put a Blood Imp out there. I think that's fine. Because we can play defensive this turn. Or we can kind of go big. Because, well, this guy's scary. But we can nuke him. We can truth nuke him. I mean, I don't know why Doggy is re-rolling for defense, because it actually doesn't matter. Like, Bozo can shoot me, and that's, like, pretty inconsequential, because we're gonna full heal after this fight anyways. So it's like... Bag of Tricks is pretty fun. Not too shabby, huh? Now, we probably want to, what does Upgraded Spite do? It's, or Corrupted Spite, it is, we didn't get it, but this is every time you use your book, right? So that's just objectively better, because you can use your book and then take damage to lose 1 charge and then have to use your book again. I think Gem Necklace upgraded doesn't really matter. Bag of Tricks upgraded is very good. But I think I would rather the Blood Imps because they've been really sticky. You know what I mean? There's been turns where I'm like 2 HP and I have 2 Blood Imps alive. So it's more of a sustain thing, but we just heal so much HP from it, you know? This is gonna be a weird turn, I think. Let's play it a little bit crazy. That is a little bit unhinged, I think. But I knew we were going to get our wand power drained, so I just wanted to get a little bit ahead of that. Does this actually matter? Why am I doing this? This is kind of, like, bad, I think. I would have rather had a, whatchamacallit. We're going to take 1 damage. It's 3 damage that she does, so I'll take that. She was gonna do 3 damage to a random ally, or a random enemy, so I'm alright with that. She still is. I feel pretty decent to reroll these. It really is, like, so ridiculously overpowered, right? Like, that's so good. Just being able to bark until you get what you want. Lower resist, yo-yo. Friendship ring. Steal 1 HP from it and give it +1 strength. I don't think we have the ability to do that. Also, the Pharaoh's bracelet obviously doesn't work. I completely forgot we got that. I mean, technically the yo-yo is interesting because it's like we take 1 damage from it, but we can't stun anymore, so that's kind of scary. I actually hate everything here. What ring would I want? I'm actually like a menace pulling this screen up. Summoner's ring would be great. Power ring would be great. Zeke's ring would be... Pop ring would be amazing. There are a lot of rings that we want. But what bones would we want? There's like so many bones we would want, right? Like power bone would be crazy because we could reliably pop that. Steel bone would be great. Shocky bone would be great. Rain bone would be great. Magic bone would be great. I hate to say it, but I think the ring loses out. Like, I don't think, like, slightly tankier imps matters, and we have no way of giving them, like... We can never corrupt this ring because they will instantly die. I'm fairly certain. Now, this is where, like, you know, I have fear in my heart, and I'm a little bit frightened. I have fear in my heart, and I'm a little bit frightened. I don't know why I did that. There's no reason to do it like that. But we're doing it like this because it's sunk cost Falaki. I mean, I don't know why I'm doing it like that. There's literally no reason to do it like that. We're gonna heal here, so that's nice. We're gonna go to full health. You need to go. Like, we need to start killing this guy. I probably need to, like... The hell did I do? I have no idea what the bag of tricks did for me this time. This infinitely scaling doesn't matter. This guy's a fucking menace, actually. Oh my god, he hit the shield, so I didn't get healing. Alright, we're learning, chat. We're learning new things every goddamn day. Do we Hail Mary this guy dead? He keeps hitting the fucking shield, guys, so I'm not getting anything. Okay, it doesn't matter that he's scaling infinitely. It literally doesn't matter, okay? Oh, crap. Okay, thank God. I don't know why I'm doing it like this, dude. It's just to survive the fucking onslaught, I guess. Because it doesn't matter, like, what this guy, how crazy this guy goes. I suppose. I mean, it does matter, but, like... Holy, Pharaoh's bracelet? Pharaoh's bracelet value for the first time in the run? I mean... That's exactly what I wanted, but we'll do this order. Hell yeah, brother! Pharaoh's bracelet value! Hell yeah. Pharaoh's bracelet is just like, it makes a good turn better. I really want to try this. Big Imp? Are we doing Big Imp, chat? I think we're doing Big Imp. This is, like, so dumb, but it's like, I think our run is good enough already that it's just, it makes it to where if we have... Because the Imps have been sticky on the board so often that it really is just like, like, it really is funny, because it's like the imps have just been sticky for so long that it's like, not for this fight, obviously. I'm not even gonna go for that. I mean, Bag of Tricks is, like, potentially really good, so... Truth be. I mean... I'm not gonna complain about that. But, like, here's the thing. How many fights have we had where the imps are just, like, sticking around for some reason, and then we have to, like, infinitely reroll for bones or whatever, and it's like, you know, think it might just be worth it. I think it might literally just be worthwhile to be like, hey, there are definitely plenty of turns where we're casting 3 bones because of the unicorn horn, so we might as well just go for it. I like Headache. I do. I do need to win with the Spiral Charm at some point, but I'm not really worried. I'm not really worried about it. Now this, I'm a little bit worried about. We could actually try stalling. Actually, wait, no, he's always going to do 1 damage no matter what, so... Can't we just, like... Am I overthinking this? Like, my idea originally was we just stall forever, and we just, like, build up Smite on the fish, because we can build up the Smite 6 times on the fish, and then we can just smite him from hell, right? But, if he's always going to do 1 damage no matter what, then I might as well just keep playing Imps, because he's only going to be able to attack once a turn, so... Like, I would like Doggy to have defense, but that's fine. Like, it literally doesn't matter. He's always going to hit me for 1. So that's actually very interesting. Now, with that being said, I do kind of, like, need you to, you know, not kill me? No offense. I mean, I don't really want to take damage if I can help it. Like, it's 1 damage, but... Okay, but, like, no offense, though, you know? I do kind of want him to be stunned. Like, we're gonna go up to 4 HP here. But, like, I don't know, man, like... Not exactly what I was thinking about. Like, when I was thinking of, Not exactly what I was thinking about. Yeah, screw you, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna smite you. Look at that, he's got a migraine and a headache. Bro is double cooked. I don't know why I did it like that, because I can just, like, you know... I don't know why I did it like that either. This is such a weird thing, because it's like I was trying to big brain this, but it's like, you really don't have to. It very much is just like, you know... Just kill him. Like, he can only ever do 1 damage to you. Like, his gimmick is... The mountain bosses, their gimmick is that they infinitely scale forever. So it's like, you know, just big chill. Like, oh no, 20... Wrecking Ball lethal on the crab is crazy. I mean, Bag of Tricks getting better is awesome, but, like, I do kind of fuck with... I kind of also, like, I mean, the thing... I'm a menace bringing up this screen, honestly, but, like, all of these spells getting corrupted, and also it means that we can't get magic arrows anymore, because there's no corrupted version of magic arrows. So that's, like, a good thing as well, right? But it's, like, basically all of these things being corrupted is, like, super good. So it's, like... I guess we're just gonna take Bag of Tricks, because it's funny, but, like, I think... This is our win condition, and the win condition scaling faster is better, but I mean, it's fine. So this guy doesn't steal dice, so I actually think this is probably our best matchup, but then the poison is going to be really annoying, so he actually might be the worst matchup. Maybe stealing dice is better. I don't really care to set up the imps right now. I want to... You know what, never mind. I think it'll be funny. I think it'll be funny, chat, having big imp, even though he's going to do, like, 4 damage. I think it'll be funny. But it's like, we don't need the imps this turn. We probably should have just scaled up. What is this? What does the bone do? It's like +1/+1, right? +1/+1. So it's like, you wouldn't live anyways. Unless we, like, did something a little bit funny. But we're not going to do something a little bit funny here. Excuse me? Excuse me? When Oh my god, he still has lure even when he's stunned. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I can't believe it. You still have lure when you're stunned. You're a motherfucker. You're actually evil. We're gonna lose. I wasted my first turn, I'm not gonna lie. Yikes, okay. Truth be? Do I care about taking 1 damage, or do I want to try to, like, bag of tricks again? Yeah, I think that's good. Because we just play an imp next turn, like, just 1 imp, and we're fine. And we've delayed his tempo. Now, with that being said, I am going to need an imp. And I'm gonna need another imp, baby. We need to kill this stupid witch as quickly as possible. We're taking 2 damage this turn. That's completely fine. Why should I care about 2 damage? But I mean, we could take it even further beyond. Do I want to be at 3, or do I want to... Do I want to be at 3, or do I want to be at 2? Actually, no, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. It literally doesn't matter. Don't care about it. Get lucky. Yes! Okay, he's gonna summon the snake next turn. The snake and the bomb. The bomb literally doesn't matter, because it's, whatchamacallit. It doesn't matter. It sucks. The bomb sucks. It's gonna do 1 damage to me when it blows up. So why should I care? This creature wants to lower my wand power? Well, you're a son of a bitch. You know about that? You ever think about that? We're gonna have a wand after this, hopefully. Unless the bomb hits me. Okay, so we're gonna have a wand. No, he takes the whole fucking wand. I'm so dumb. Alright, you know what? Peace was never an option. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. It's good. It's a bag of tricks is kind of nuts when you have the mana engine. Oh, what's that? I don't have any fucking poison? Awesome. I could make Big Imp. But I don't want to make Big Imp because there's literally no point, because the bomb's about to detonate for like 9 damage or whatever. I don't really know what I'm like doing here, guys. Guys, I don't really know what I'm like doing here. I'm gonna lose my wand power, you piece of shit. Stop taking my wand power. Upgrading the smite would have been the best thing I've ever done in my goddamn life. We're gonna take 3 damage, and we're at full health. I almost want to, like, just kind of stun the poison. Like, stun the poison guy. I mean, we take 1 damage and we get poison, which is kind of annoying. But... that's what the bone is for. I want to charge my wand, but I think just putting this out here is good, because it's gem form. And I think our win condition at this point is actually not... 1 damage every turn, unless we play a bone, huh? You're a piece of shit. Go to hell. And die, actually? I'm taking 1 damage and I'm losing my wand! But the imps actually heal me on hit, by the way. I'm taking 2 damage. This is like the weirdest run I think I've ever done in my life, honestly. It's a very strange run. It is very funny to see, like, the, you're summoning friends. I don't want you to summon friends, but, like, what can I really do about that? Just that, I guess. I'm gonna lose a wand charge, but I'm gonna be at max HP because so normally how it works is like the order of operandi is left to right. You know what I mean? But there's a priority, which is you take bleed and poison over that. So like whatever happens directly after this creature's turn, which is the dog's turn, that is when you start to ball a little bit. Okay, I don't want to lose wand power again. Not that that's gonna be, like, a thing, because, you know. He's gonna put up the fucking lure in the witch again. It's not fair. I don't have, like... How do you have poison? What did I do? Oh, the wind! That's right. Get out of here, you piece of shit. I will take one. I'm not taking any, because my poison's gone, idiot. Give me the book. Give me the book. Imps, kill him. So that's actually pretty cool. Well, yeah, healing on the gummy hat is broken. That's not conventionally what I thought we were going to do, but you can kind of just go ball for ball, because, you know, you're an unstoppable, demonic entity with the gummy hat. You know, it's funny, I meant to do another, like, Webweaver drinks an electrolyte, drink, and I completely forgot about it because I was focusing too much on the run, and I haven't even opened it yet, and it's gone from, like, fridge cold to just, like, mildly cold. It's still cold, but, like, it's not fridge cold anymore, you know what I mean? Because it's been sitting here for 40 minutes, but, you know, body armor, the light ones, I don't really flip with them, and I'll do this anecdote again on the next one, just for those who missed it, right? But, you know, I don't really flip with the body armor lights. I've tried all the flavors that I could get my hands on, like the dragon fruit, the peach, the whatever, and I didn't really like them. But they have something called Flash IV, which is like a powder, and I haven't been able to find it in, like, bulk prices that I like, because I think I just haven't really been able to find it on Amazon, I guess, and I don't know if Body Armor sells it directly, but it's like there's some pretty good stuff in here, not at like the ratios that I would like, you know. It's still more vitamin B focused, whereas like B6, niacin, and I don't know if potassio is like shorthand for potassium. I like kind of assume it is, but you know, I'm ignorant, I guess. But you know, it's got a decent amount of sodium. It's got some magnesium and calcium. Not a lot. It should probably have more, but it's got a lot of zinc. It's very nice. And you know, this is an artificial sweetener, Andy, isn't it? I mean, it says cane sugar, but I'm pretty sure it's also using like stevia leaf extract as well. But I don't know. I like it when they have sugar in it. You know, like I said on the last episode, I'm trying to put on weight, so I don't care if the drink that I'm having is like 80 calories. But yeah, the Body Armor Flash IV. I got the strawberry flavor. It's pretty nice. I like it. I don't think it's like good enough to like buy regularly, but I wanted to try it, so. I think the tropical, the yellow flavor might be a little bit better, but I do like strawberries. What's the next hat? We're skipping over Endless. We're doing Endless last. The devil freaking laughs next time on Dogwitch. Holy. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.